Alright guys, so we're going to start here with the jig. This is a Texas Roach Daily on a 1/4 ounce jig head. Picked up the new Laguna series, liquid series, graphite rods. 7-foot medium, guys. I've been loving this rod for redfish. It's got enough tip to where I can jig, but also it has enough backbone to where I can just stick them and get them in. It's summertime, so if you're fishing a tournament, you can't wear these fish out or they'll die. But man, I love this rod. For $169.99, can't beat it. Check them out, linked in the description below. Let's see if we can stick a few pigs on it today. I think we pushed up yet. Oh, there's one, speaking of which. Here's a fish right here, guys. Little redfish is, oh, he's spooked. Got him. Oh, man, they love going under that boat. Oh, shoot. There we go. All right. There we go, guys. Nice little redfish. Saw him cruising the bank. I made a bomb cast right there. I was just saying to myself that I don't think these fish are going to be on the bank yet because it's so shallow right now. Kind of waiting for an incoming tide to come in so they can push up on this bank. But saw this one creeping up here, and if he would just relax, it's like our first keeper of the day. Oh yeah, definitely a keeper. Nice. He was swimming out, and when I made the cast, he kind of spooked. So I just dropped it back down there. He jumped all over that daily. Ain't a giant, but taking for the first fish of the day. There we go, guys. First fish of the day right there is a beautiful little, about 21, 22 inch red. We're gonna keep a couple of these. Beautiful fish though, love them. Love these redfish. I can't get enough of them, man. I love sight fishing these guys. Hopefully today's really gonna be a good day, guys. So, caught a few on the jig. Now, the real star of the show. $20 chatterbait. Jackhammer by Z-Man with a daily trailer on it. I want to give this a shot because my little brother Danny, you might not know, he was fishing with us the other day and he was smoking them on this. I never had any luck on a chatterbait, so came back out here. I wanted to give it a shot. Let's see if I can catch one on it. All we're doing is throwing it along this bank, and hopefully we stick a really big one. He caught a giant on it not too long ago, so they like it. Hopefully they like it today. Oh God, oh! Well, I had a fish on, guys, and I think I had a gar, and now I owe my brother $20 for his chatterbait. Oh man, it was right there. I just retied that, man. It had to be a gar. I didn't feel a pop or nothing. Dang. So, gonna switch back to the jig here. I threw that spinnerbait for a little while. Didn't really get anything on it, but I know if I throw this jig long enough, because I've already seen a few of them, I can make a lot more accurate cast with this jig than I can that big clunky spinnerbait. I can also wheel this jig around. It's probably one of my favorite things to do when I'm looking for redfish, just wheel a jig around. So I have a versatile bait I can really throw at anything. That paddle tail really sets off a lot of vibration. There's a redfish right there. Big one too. Got him. There we go, guys. Finally hooked up to a big one. I saw this one creeping along the bank right here. Thought it was a gar for a second. Oh man, big fish. Oh, that was so cool. I just saw him creeping along the bank right there. was kind of trying to see where his head really was before I threw on him. It's taking me all around right here. Big red. Love that jig, man. All right, big buddy. About done. There we go. All right, guys, check that out. Beautiful redfish right there. That is a chunky one. Probably a tournament red right there too. Ooh-wee, that's what you want right there. Check that out. Beautiful, big redfish right there. That's what we want. Let's see how big he is. We're gonna let him go. Ooh, say about a 26, 27 incher. Ooh, talk about a perfect tournament fish here, boys. Check that out. Almost 28 on the money. That's a beautiful fish. Let's see how much he weighs. All right, guys, there we go. It's about under 8 pounds. It's kind of skinny, but tournament wise, I'd take him any day. Let's get a couple pictures of him and we'll get him back in the water, get a little underwater footage here. All right, guys, just let that big redfish go. That was awesome. Side casting him, that's what I came out here to do. Let's see if we can get a couple more. That was amazing. That jig, man, it's my go-to bait. Oh. Oh no! Oh, guys, did you see that? The shark's got him. Oh my God. Oh my God, look, look. No! The shark bit him in half. There's a bull shark in this marsh. Just bit him in half. What the heck? Guys, I just let that fish go. Oh my God. Guys, look at this. Look at the bite, just clean through him. Oh my God, that is insane. I wonder if, can I keep this? Since the meat's already going to waste, I can give it to somebody on the dock. Oh my God, look at that. He just bit straight clean through him. That is crazy. All right, guys, so now we're back on the hunt again for some more reds after that crazy shark attack. I've never had that happen in the marsh before. That had to be a really big bull shark to eat that little redfish. I mean, relatively speaking, that probably was like a 4 or 5 foot shark to take that big of a chomp out of him. I thought I let him go pretty quick too. He swam off pretty quick. But I don't know. I think next time I'm gonna really like shoot him in the water quick to get it some water through his veins. He might have been a little tired and just kind of chilling there. That's insane though. We've had a little bit of rain. Really a dry season right now. I guess that salinity's up in these marshes. Them sharks are in here feeding. Giant gar. Oh God, there he is. There's a nice redfish. Golly, he cracked that. Oh, he's going under the boat. Oh well. front. Oh, stud red. Oh man, you gotta see the way he ate this one, guys. He piped it. There we go. Alright guys, tell me he didn't want this bait. It gone. It down the hatch. Woo! Get that out and we'll see how big he is. 27 perfect. Look at that. 27 perfect. Beautiful fish. Probably only about a 7 and some change. He ain't that tall, but it's a beautiful fish either way. Yeah, 7 even. It's about right. He wasn't that big. There we go. Our second big one of the day. Beautiful fish right there. Check that out, guys. Let him get out of here real quick before another shark eats him. Later, bud. Look, there's one right here. Big one too. Got him. Did you guys see that? A big one too. He was just sitting right there in the grass. Oh yeah, solid fish. A lot of spots on him too, guys. That's a solid fish. Tons of spots on him. I just saw his the little blue of his tail right here, guys. Wherever the boat is. Drop that jig on him. He might be an over, but that is a chunky fish. That's what we want right there. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh my god, look at all the spots on him. I might not. Alright guys, see how many spots he got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come down, guy. Or about 12. Stop. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 spots. 12 spots on this fish. Beautiful fish right here. So it's definitely a slot fish. Check that out, guys. Beautiful redfish on that daily. Oh, he has 13 spots. He has 2 on this side that I didn't count. 13 spotter. Beautiful redfish right there. All right, guys. 13 spotter redfish. Beautiful fish. Look at that. Oh, that's a tournament fish right there, baby. Let's go. Woo. Wow. But yeah, check it out. I think you can buy these on Amazon actually, or go to checkestate.com and order you one. Let's see how big he is as far as weight. Because right now, 2 big upper slots I had was 14 pounds. This one is probably about an 8.5, 9 pounder. I know, buddy. Not sure you guys can see that. 846. 8.5 pounder. That's what you want as far as the tournament goes. That's a beautiful redfish. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. Oh, I touched them. Dang it. Oh, another one. Oh, there's 2 of them. Got them. There was 2 of them, guys. There was a whole school of them right there. Big ones too. Oh, I knew there was a couple back here. Let's go. Oh, there's another one right in front of me. Oh, that's a big one. Jesus. That's a big one. There's another one right in front of me. There's two more right here. This one was with another one. Let's go. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Ooh, that's a big one. Oh, it's right behind us. Awesome. Check that out, guys. Beautiful copper redfish on that Texas Roach Dudley. Let's go. Right over. Ooh. Oh. Another perfect fish. Another perfect fish, guys. Another perfect fish. Another perfect tournament redfish, guys. Look at that. He's 8.5, 9 pounds right there, I guarantee you. Eight and a half pounds. 8.5 pounds. Wow. Beautiful. Big old redfish. Let's get him back in the water, guys. Later, bud. Woohoo! Let's go do that again. There he is. Threw it right in his mouth, boys. Threw it right in his mouth. Feels like another good one. Oh yeah, really good one. Both flipping 8-pounders, boys. Look at another one right there spooked off. Oh my god. Look, another one right here too. Oh my god, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, guys. Oh, I love it. This is why you go exploring. Oh my god, that was awesome. I made the perfect cast and just threw it right in his mouth. Ooh. I thought he was a lot bigger. 26 incher. Beautiful fish. We'll keep this one. Keep this one, then one more smaller one and we're done. Oh yeah. Let's go. Guys, I'm having a blast. I'm loving this. This is my favorite thing to do. Oh, I love shallow water red fishing. There he is. There he is. I saw that weight coming down, guys. I pitched right on it. And it looks like a big one. Listen to that braid. It feels like a good one too. I don't know what it is. The water in here is kind of like funky. It's somewhat clear, but I can't really like see the fish too clear. I'm really throwing at wakes here. This looks like a good one. A really good fish. Really good fish. Stay pinned, baby. Stay pinned. Oh, that's a bull. That's why. What are you doing back here, buddy? You on the beach. You in here playing. Oh, he might not be a bull. That's a bull. That is a bull. Jesus. Dude, that is such a fat fish, guys. That's a 30-inch fish. Jesus. Thing's huge. Here we go. Right there on that salty head 1/8 ounce. I switched over to a gulp and a 1/8 ounce head. When they're shallow like this, I like to switch to this 1/8 ounce because I know they'll jump on that. Let's see how big he is. Yeah, you're well over 29-incher. Check that out, guys. Beautiful giant redfish in the marsh, sight fishing. I love it. Let's get him back. Let's go. All right, guys, it's too hot right now. We're gonna end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. If you guys want to see another series like this where I go sight fishing reds, leave it in the comments below. Drop a like. Please drop a like. This is the most amazing thing you can possibly do out here this time of year. I love it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm DD Fishing, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.